AMF scientist surrounds the complete habitat of Godzilla III. The infant himself is laying in a nest that he created. On his stomach, he lifts his head up, then begins bellowing like a crocodile. Interesting. The man writes down notes on his pad. Aoki, standing near the door, becomes a little frightened. The fact that I can feel that from over here is very concerning. Well, crocodilians tend to bellow to attract mates or throw off any threats. Right. The double doors open. An officer, eyes half shut and messy hair, walks inside. Aoki turns his attention to him. Jeez, Amari, you look like shit. What's going on? I barely slept all night again. Oh, God. You went out to the bar again, didn't you? Dude, I was with my girlfriend and friends. What was I supposed to do? Turned him down nicely? My American friend would have forced me anyway. Dude, grow a damn spine, will ya? Look, I need something to wake me up. All right. Kazuma rests his firearm on his back and holds up both of his hands. Let's do it. What, you want me to play patty cake? No, dumbass. Remember those times in the gym during training? Oh, that. Yeah, sure. Amari turns his body, raises his fist, and makes a boxing stance. He swings a quick left and right at Aoki's palms. Come on, faster! Godzilla III lifts his head and looks at the men. He sees Amari throwing punches into the palms of the captain. He stands to his feet and walks to the guardrail. He continues to stare at the two and becomes very fascinated. He lifts his hands and wonders. He turns his body to the side. He sets his arms to a 90-degree angle. He reels his right and swings. He swings his left. He loses balance and flails. He falls on his stomach, getting the men's attention. What's wrong with him? The third gets back up and makes a fighting stance. He swings his right, but once again, he falls on his stomach. Wait, is he? Hey! The infant looks to him as he stands back up. Kazuma points to his right leg as he moves it forward. He fixes to a fighting stance and swings his right arm. Watch how I do it. He does it again, showing the little one how it should be done. The third looks down at his leg. He moves his right leg forward. He gets into his stance and swings his right arm. There you go! The infant swings his left and swings another right. He's a fast learner? Amazing! The doors opens up again. Sakusa, with a shopping bag in her hand, walks into the room and spots Godzilla throwing slashes into the air. She turns to Aoki. Are you making him a boxer? Good morning to you too. And no, he simply saw us practicing. Miss Sakusa? The sergeant and Esper bows their heads. She turns to the scientist and bows to them as well. Sitting upright, she turns her attention to the infant. Junior. He turns his head to her and joyfully grunts. Wait, you called it Junior? Well, yeah. If there's a senior, there needs to be a junior. Yeah, right. What do you got in that bag? Fish. Fried or boiled? It's raw. Ew, I'm not eating raw. It's for him. Wait, what? She digs into the bag. Shindo said that Godzilla doesn't eat humans, but thankfully only sea life, like whales and such. Well, during our training, we were taught that Godzilla normally can't stand substance like physical food because of the radiation he consumes. She pulls out a salmon. Not unless they have a second stomach that allows them to digest. Did you just pull that out of your ass? Sakusa shakes her head. She tosses the fish. The third watches the salmon fly, then down towards him. He catches it with his mouth and proceeds to eat it. The scientists are impressed that he is able to follow and catch something. Mickey walks up to the habitat and dumps the rest of the fish from the bag. She turns, wiping her hands, and walks to Kazuma. Oh, I almost forgot. I got a special treat for Junior. Okay, what is it? I got a few Esper children to sing that tune I sent you. I'll bring them here to sing for him. Mickey. They'll be at a safe distance, just trust me. Did you talk to Shindo about it? Yes, I did, and at first I rejected it. Sakusa and Aoki looks at the general walking up beside the two. Good Lord, Amori, you look like hell. Take a vacation. Don't remind me. And thanks. So, you're not going to allow it? Were you not paying attention? I said, at first, meaning I changed my mind. And I'm allowing it only once. Only once, Mickey. Okay. And you should invite the Honda family down here. Huh? Why? Just in case. Godzilla III hears a whistling call. He lifts his head up, then the rest of his body from the makeshift nest. He walks from it into the fake bushes. Stepping out to the other side, he comes into view of more humans, a group of Esper boys and girls, as well as 2 more adults. The children are awestruck the moment they spot the infant.
What in the world? Is that a...
Yes, indeed, Godzilla III. What is it doing here? You should ask Mickey that same question.
What?
Well,
Good grief, what did she do?
basically, when Godzilla II was dealing with the Red Mongolians, and still is to be honest, she thought it would be a fantastic idea to bring the egg that he hatched from here. Shinjiro, Mickey's own teacher, looks at her dumbfounded.
My God, woman, do you not know your own limits?
Okay, children, are you ready to show him your singing? The kids cheer in excitement. The twins are a bit confused. Sensei, what are they going to sing about? It's something special for Junior. Junior? She points to the infant behind her before turning back to them. Why don't you and your parents stand back a little bit? The twins nod.
This better be something good.
The Honda family steps back a few steps, with Mickey doing the same. The children turns to Godzilla as he stares back at them. All of them closes their eyes. 7-year-old Chio Murata begins to sing 2 notes at a time. Then, the rest of the Esper children begins to sing. The sound of their singing brings a sense of calm and ease in Room 886. The light dims down, giving off a very nightly feel. Godzilla lifts his head up slightly as he listens to the human children sing. Aoki, Shindo, and the Hondas are very impressed by the vocals, and they continue to listen. A sudden sense of energy hits Sakusa and the Hondas. They turn away from the children to the infant kaiju. His dull dorsal fins flashes blue. Kenjiro curiously tilts his head. The fins flashes 3 more times, getting the attention of Shindo, but not the children.
Wait, is the song...
Kenjiro lets go of his mother's hand, runs past the guards, and stomps in front of the guardrail. Sakusa and Kurumi, terrified, rushes over to him, but Shinji stops them, shaking his head. Godzilla III looks down at the single human boy standing in front of the cage. Kenji extends his right arm out and opens his hand. The infant kaiju lowers his head, allowing the boy to place his hand on his forehead. A wave of aura swirls around their bodies. Their minds connect to one another, entering a dark void.
What? What is this?
It's alright.
Vinila. Kyosifu. Wait. Are you?
The children's singing fades, and they finish. The light brightens up again. The aura surrounding Godzilla and Kenjiro disappears. The former does not make a sound, but he turns and walks back to his nest. Kenji walks back to his family, of which they, Sakusa, the guards, and officers, are stunned. Kenjiro? What happened? I was talking to him, and Robert. Junior can talk?
And who is Robert?
Prince Robert. Suddenly, the name sounds familiar to Shinji.
Koopa.
But another realization dawns on Mickey, Kazuma, and Yasuaki. I get it now. It's the song.
I was thinking the same thing. It must be powering him.
Guess that would explain why he was able to hatch from the egg. If that's the case, then would it also affect his father? Oh God, you don't think. A guard rushes into the room. General, we have an issue. Godzilla II's heading for Tokyo.
What?
12:45 p.m. Inside of the command center, the main screen shows the live footage of Godzilla II swimming in the ocean and the track direction that he is heading in. The private is right. Oh, fuck. He's coming to get his kid. What? How could he sense Junior? He's far underground. I don't know. Takara, how long until he gets here? 9 days, 12 at most. 9 days, 12 at most. Shindo turns to Sakusa. Remember that promise? We got to give that little guy back to him. Hearing his words suddenly makes Mickey feel as though her heart sank. She lowers her head, places her hand on her chest, and covers her eyes with her bangs. Wait a minute. Don't tell me that you've grown attached to that thing. To be honest, I don't know what to feel. I don't know what to think. Shindo sighs and places her hands on her shoulders. Look, I get it. I know how that feels. Being a parent is not easy. But he wasn't yours. And right now, all I want is for Tokyo to not be destroyed again. And it's for your safety too. Okay? She takes in a deep breath and lightly nods her head. Thank you. He turns his attention to the evac sector of the center. Point out an emergency warning around all of the districts of Tokyo. I want to see the evacuations on point and on time. Kazuma bangs on the door, but not a bathroom door. Come on, wake up! The door finally opens. The tired, woke up, and messy-haired Sakusa reveals herself, opening it. Honda, I thought you said it was going to be... Eh? She stops mid-sentence the moment she spots Kazuma. Kazuma? It's too early in the morning for this. What are you doing here? Get dressed. You need to come to HQ, pronto. Why? What's going on? 1. Godzilla II is near Kyushu and is heading north towards Tokyo Bay fast. Sakusa suddenly goes from tired to more awake and shocked than ever. I thought he wasn't supposed to be here for a few more days. Apparently he swims fast. And 2, we may have a problem with Godzilla III. Why? 8:02 a.m. Standing side by side inside of room 886, Aoki and Sakusa are staring ahead of what is in front of them. Oh my God. The double doors behind them opens and Shindo walks inside. All right, Aoki, what's the big idea? Sweet merciful Buddha! In front of them are 10 scientists of the facility. In front of them is Godzilla III, which has grown up to 26 feet, 6.1 meters in height. He lifts his head, yawning after waking up. What the hell happened to him? Did the sun have that much of an effect on him? That's what I was thinking. But we should get someone to examine him. Good idea. We should get a piece of skin from him. Godzilla III lifts his head up high, inhales, then bellows like a crocodile. His vocals have grown a little deeper than before. Oh no. No. I am not getting close to him. Sakusa's eyes veers downwards, spotting a few small piles of lying about near the left side of the creature. There's some skin from him that we can use. Inside of a lab rat, DNA tests are being conducted thanks to the skin left behind. All morning long, multiple analysis is made, studies are thorough, and the discoveries were examined. It gave time for Shindo to catch up on some sleep, time for Aoki on his American history, and time for Sakusa to spin with Junior, teaching him sign language to the amazement of others. 1:34 p.m. The three are summoned into lab number 482 by Dr. Sayori Sawada. Sorry it took so long, but here's what we managed to find. He points his finger on the screen at a specific spot. It seems that there's some kind of new energy swirling inside the third, causing him to grow abnormally. What do you think that energy source could be? That we do not know. But we do know that he will continue to grow so big that he won't be able to fit in the habitat. How big will he grow? Hard to say. My guess is that he'll reach a maximum height of 120 meters. The officers and Esper become stunned. Seriously? Big as the second? And at this rate, he'll grow at least 1 meter every 12 hours until he finds a way to control it. Well, that's just great. Just what I needed. An officer walks into the room and approaches the general. Sir, Godzilla II is getting closer to Tokyo Bay. The man turns around to him. What's the estimated time until arrival? Tonight, after 9 o'clock. Shall I make an emergency evacuation order, sir? Yes. Right away, sir. The man turns and exits the room. Shindo turns his body around. Now, the only thing we have to worry about is how we could get the third back to his father. Oh, I have an idea. We could just transport him to Haneda Airport, set him free, and they could be reunited. Mickey, that is actually a good idea. You know what? Yeah, that can work. But here's my question. How do we get him there? 6:34 p.m. The kaiju alarms are going off. The AMF's 19th Infantry Battalion marches down the streets of Shinagawa, Tokyo. 2 Type 89 APCs leads the way with 1 Toyota Type 73 medium and Mitsubishi Type 74 heavy trucks behind them. Behind them, Godzilla III walks on the streets, following close behind of the heavy truck, with Sakusa and Aoki in full view of him. Behind the creature are 2 Type 74 and Type 90 main battle tanks, aiming their 105mm and 120mm cannons at him. 4 AH-1 Cobras flies with the battalion high above at 50 meters above the ground. Shindo, in the passenger seat, holds up a microphone and speaks into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not be alarmed. This kaiju is very harmless. Please continue to proceed to kaiju shelters. Thank you.
The civilians, with very little hesitation, continues to walk past the convoy and kaiju. Aoki can only facepalm. I can't believe we're going along with this stupid shit. If the UN finds out about this, we're f***ed. Mickey turns away from the third to him. At least no one's getting hurt or killed. Yeah, thankfully. Haneda Airport, 9 o'clock p.m. The kaiju alarms are still going off in the distance. But then, they stop. The battalion reaches the furthest end of a runway, and Godzilla III stops as well. Alright, where's Godzilla II? He's entering the bay, sir. Perfect timing. Everyone clear away from this area! Mickey, hop out, keep the third here! As Mickey jumps onto the back of the truck, it and the other vehicles drives off. The helicopters flies away. The destroyers out in the bay are keeping an eye out. Sakusa turns her body to the growing infant. She approaches him as he lowers his body to her. She lifts up her arms and speaks to him using sign language. Listen, your father is coming here to bring you home. The third responds, but I do not know who my father is. He is very big and almost looks just like you. He tells her that he is scared and he does not know if he'll accept him. He will. Trust me. You heard his voice, so he'll easily accept you. I believe in you. Words of comfort calms the little one. The presence of the second is felt by both beings. Green aura surrounds Mickey's body, and she begins to levitate off of the ground. He turns back to her. Don't worry. Everything will be fine. He nudges his snout on her, and she hugs him. She stops, then waves at him. I'll come visit you. I promise. She turns and flies away. It is just Godzilla III all alone. He turns his body facing the bay. The 3-road, white bone-colored dorsal fins protrudes from the water and slows down its speed. Godzilla II approaches the shore of the airport's runway. He raises his body from the sea and steps foot back onto Japanese soil for the first time in over 2 years. He shakes the water from his body and stares up ahead. His eyes locks into the third, which has grown up to his knee. The two kaiju approaches each other, though the third is hesitant. They stop only 5 yards apart and they examine each other. Then they communicate to each other. Like tigers or bears, they grunt and or bellow, which sparks intrigue to the AMF scientists who came along with the battalion 3/4 of a mile away.
Ah, fascinating.
She and her colleagues writes down notes. You're having fun, aren't you? It's no fun when no discoveries are made. Right. Standing on top of the Tokyo Airport East Fire Station, Sakusa looks on as winds blow back her hair. She and the others waits with bated breath. Godzilla III tells the second that these creatures, humans, took care of him while he was away. The adult is a bit perplexed. He lifts his head and sees the brightly lit city of Tokyo. The soldiers and officers raises their bodies, concerned of what he will do. The Titan's eyes veers downwards, spawning a telekinetic empress on the building. The two beings lock eyes with one another. To Godzilla, he remembers what she had done 4 years ago, but has not forgotten 2 years ago. To Mickey, she will never forget what happened in 1984 and 1990, but she cannot, in good faith or otherwise, forget what she went through in 1992 and what he had done for the world. Godzilla puffs smoke with his nostrils. He veers downwards back to the third. He turns his whole body around away from him. His tail lifts and slams back onto the ground. The infant is startled. The adult grunts, waiting for him. The third understands now. He walks up and crawls onto the tail. With the little one on his tail, Godzilla II walks ahead towards the bay. A great relief overwhelms the men and women of the AMF. Well, that's one headache taken care of. So, what do we do about the other one? Maybe she'll ease up. But, who knows? Godzilla II walks into the waters of Tokyo Bay and swims away from shore, still with the third on his tail, riding along. Mickey watches on. Take care now, Junior. And you as well, Godzilla.